Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thriller, man, what we doing, gang? Hunters coming and make sure that paper going all around. I ain't trying to hit, I know
these... and welcome to the National Meat Treasure podcast with your host.
The National Miniature Podcast. Miniature Treasure.
The National Metronome Podcast with your host.
The National Miniature Pony Podcast.
With your host, Mr. Mime of the Pokemon fame, who was probably like a Pokemon pedophile. I don't know. Mr. Mime always creeped me out, dude. I'm a dark man with dark thoughts, but Mr. Mime fucking weird ass Pokemon, dude.
Let's be real. Mr. Mime was clapping Ash Ketchum's mom like the entire time because dad was nowhere to be found. You got this humanoid Pokemon. They're going on vacations. She had mans in like a full Hawaiian like shirt. Like there's no other sentient Pokemon like that exists like that, but somehow her mime needs to go on vacation with her and wear like leisure gear. He had sunglasses. What the fuck? I mean, there are some Pokemon with sunglasses out there, to be fair, but still, not cool.
Because she dressed him up, she was fucking him.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna say
that doesn't track. If you dress your animal, I'm thinking you're probably gonna fuck it.
Okay, but here's my thing.
Who are you dressing it for?
This might ruin your childhood a little bit, but I'm almost positive that having sex with Pokemon was not illegal in that world. Because why would it be? They had animal cruelty. Animal cruelty was mad regular. Why would having sex with animals be off the table? I'm pretty sure everybody was. Ash probably lost his virginity to Butterfree and then let it go.
Right. So what Pokemon?
No, he lost it to Metapod. He lost it to Metapod, bro. Yeah.
Does Metapod have an orifice? I don't think Metapod has an orifice. Unless is he shoving the Metapod in himself?
One.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? And he asked it to Harden.
The top.
Harden! Yo. Can you imagine Butterfree crawling out of your ass? Bro, we have already dove really deep. It's your boy, Akira Kurosawa, from famed legend filmmaker. I don't know why. My hyper focus has decided that Kurosawa is what I'm gonna like dive into all his like classic films, and I think it's because I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima. Have you played that, Sasha? Or I know you don't play as much. This shit is ill, bro. I don't know why. You play as a samurai and just like a very like historical samurai, and it's just you're playing the lone warrior, and they even have a setting that's called the Kurosawa cinema effect, and they just make everything black and white. I think my brain has just been. I just finished Yojimbo. I don't know, man. I don't know where I'm at. My life is a spiral.
Gaming as hell.
Gaming as hell. It's your boy Thriller from the 3, aka Joey from NMT. Yeah.
Shout out to a good listener who said that it sounds like you're saying TMNT, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus the National Meat Treasure. So you got a little reward. You just tapped in onto the episode and we're shouting you out because we love you. Thank you for that funny comment. Because now I imagined Joseph as a Ninja Turtle. And him fighting crime at night is actually kind of cool. He's just like beating up.
I was always Donatello. He was always my favorite one because he's got the staff. Everybody
you're
always
definitely
wants to
beating
stick.
up guineas on the South Shore. Like you feel me? Hey, Donatello, what are you doing? Things just like Mr. Battaglia, get away from there. That's probably somebody actually. I know a few Battaglias, and they're all over Staten and all over Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So
I got some real good. I know some real good people who are Battaglias. That's crazy.
See, I just pulled that shit out of my ass, bro. I didn't even have, you could just literally put like Aglia and
in a bud,
and somebody somebody's gonna be like, yo, that's me. Oh, Matafiglia. Like what? Oh my god. You guys are just making up shit. Y'all have lots of words for Dominicans and black people, but y'all be making up words too. But to be fair, Dominicans do be coming up with the wildest names. I remember like the crazy Yanady. I loved Yanady. Yanady was the love of my life in like 9th grade. I was absolutely all about Yanady. Big ass titties. She was sweet. Her hair smelled good. Yo, can we talk about that high school feeling? Yo, why can't I ever have, like, talking about chasing the white dragon, why can't I ever get that horny again where the smell of someone's clean hair makes me like, what is that? Why do they smell like berries in front of me? I need to fuck it.
Yo, shampoo, clean hair, horny is crazy.
It's a little down bad, but it's not down bad. No, see, okay, that's because you have the thrill. You got the thrill of the hunt, right? So you're out there. You're hunting. So like me, I'm more like the farmer, right? I have to tend. I can get beautiful, wonderful, bountiful crops and harvests, right? But you're a hunter, right? Sometimes you get the great prey and you could feast on it for a long time, but it might be a little bit before you see the next prey again. And that's where you are a lean, beautiful, like hunter, and you can smell the hair and feel it. But me, as the jaded farmer who likes his crops, I like this stuff. I don't get it. I don't get as horny. I don't get as horny from just like I love when my wife comes out the shower, like, you know what I'm saying? When your girl comes out the shower and she's like super soft and she's shaved and every little part of her is like fucking awesome and you're like, wow, this is great. But I'm talking about like 8:15 a.m. There's a girl in front of my chair and I'm horny just off the scent of her, like, what, Garnier Fructis? But bro, yo, that was maybe a little down bad, but still, I need that back. I need that spice. Come on, give it back to me.
You know what though?
I need
you know
the
what though?
dopamine.
You know what's a good feeling though, in terms of growing up? A good feeling is when like there is something that made you objectively super horny when you were 17 that you now recognize as a red flag into your 20s. Like, for example, the moon spell Victoria's Secret. That shit used to turn me on as a teenager. Yo. But as an adult, I'm like, yo, that's the trashiest scent you could possibly be wearing. That shit is like $9. It should not be worn by anybody who's an adult. Like, if I smell some Moonspell on you, I know you also have tried meth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it in 2023. Definitely. You shouldn't be going to like VS Secret. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if women do that nowadays. I don't even see Victoria's Secrets like being packed like how it used to be. So thank goodness. But I don't know.
Speaking of Victoria's
for me, it was
Secrets,
the cucumber melon. The cucumber melon is like a red flag for me nowadays. Like when I was younger in my teenage years, like the smell of cigarettes and cucumber melons would do something for me. I don't know why. Maybe it was just the white girls I was really into, but because they always smelled like cigarettes. Because, you know, I like I have a type, and it's definitely not like, you know, wholesome. Mm-hmm. Good old like their house smells like cinnamon or vanilla. Like, this is a person who's like, everyone in the family smokes Marlboros, or like like people gift each other that for Christmas. That's the kind of white folk I'm friends with.
Was that your type, or
no? That's my environment.
Because of the environment. Yeah.
No.
Is that your type, or is that your trauma?
Both. Trauma bonded into sex. Hold on. Yo.
That's why I don't fuck with goth girls no more. I don't think goth girls was ever my type. It was just my trauma, dog.
Yeah, the cat thing with goth girls, bro. Like, they gotta go. Can we we need more dog. We just need less of you with pets. How about that? Less of you with pets. We don't need cats. I get really allergic. It's not because I don't like cats. I love cats. I think they're cute. I think they're very snuggly. They're wonderful animals. I don't want to fucking wake up. Like, I remember sleeping with this one girl, and she had like 4 or 5 cats all around the crib, right? And there was one that was cute as hell. His name was Garfield. You can imagine that this was a giant fat cat that was orange, and it was my favorite thing to look at. But that little fucker would like to sleep on my chest, and then I'd wake up like feeling like I'm gonna like breathing through a straw. I'm like, dude, like, let's not. Let's
Would you
not.
rather
Keep your space
would you
over there.
Would you rather that or roaches?
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know you've done both.
Fair.
I know you've done
Fair. Bro,
It's tough.
Really, I have done both, bro. My first apartment with my wife, we like, we don't think about it like fondly. We think about it like, holy shit, that was like a hellscape for a bit. Because I remember like when I first had her come over, and she's like this super, like, if you ever met my wife Joni, like she's a lot more open now, but when we first met, she was like literally just in this tight little shell. And I was kind of like the only person who kind of like could sneak in and talk to her and like have these really cool conversations. But she she came over the first weekend, and it's like I had roommates, so they were already disgusting people. I hated them. It was my first time living with actual white folk for like a long period of time, and it was a very shocking thing for me, like personally. Like there was just things that weren't like translating for me. Anyway, the place was fucking infested with cockroaches. I remember talking to her, and like you trying to talk to your girl, like we had just met, so we weren't really like, that wasn't my girlfriend, that was just my girl. And a roach falls on her from the ceiling. Bro, I had never, like, how did she stay with me?
Ceiling.
That luckily she knew that wasn't your boy. Like, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't the cause of all that craziness. But bro, from the ceiling, bro. You ever seen that video of like somebody like lighting up the microwave, and the roaches are like moving behind the plastic where the LED display is? No? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You see it through the keypad.
It was a little like that, bro. It was a little gross. It was really gross, bro. We had to. Once I was able to kind of like push everyone out of the way, I got Orkin in there like immediately. That shit was terrifying. It was the whole fucking house, like from the the basement all the way upwards, and I hated that place.
New York living, baby.
It was well, you know what, bro? For that, I'm gonna say that it had the best food around it. Literally, I could go like 2 minutes across the street. Mexican food. I could go get Chinese food. I could get any type of food within like literally like a minute of each other, and everyone delivers. Like people were fighting to deliver to me. Now I live in the boondocks. And it's like nobody, like there's nothing that will ever touch this area like remotely for delivery. Maybe, well, Instacart does, but that's it. Sucks. Not a good life. I hate this shit. Get me out.
Yes. I love your seething hatred of the woods. I want it to grow deeper and deeper.
I like the peace of the woods, right? So I love going out there and like,
nigga, how much peace do you need? Like you've been out there for like what, like 6 years now? How much peace do you really need?
I need it because yo, when I think about it, like how like crazy I would get like when I was in the city, like bro, like you just don't really escape from it, right? Like everything's kind of crushing you. Everything's kind of crushing me out here, but at least I get to go do it on a hammock. I can't even do that in New York City, bro. Like if I had to be in the city, what hammock, bro? We have a video like probably like the first summer that my wife's there at our place, and the difference is my kids can go outside on the porch and do whatever the fuck they want. They can play on the yard. Nobody will ever bother them. There was literally a man across the street bathing himself with the fire hydrant. Her first summer there. So I was like, okay, he's not going to really bother my kids, but is it a little weird to have a grown man take a shower in a fire hydrant? A little bit. Yo, homie was like sitting there like Buddha, like just letting the water, like I don't know how his back wasn't dying from the pure water.
The pressure.
He was just like this.
New York living, baby.
Bro,
I mean,
city boys.
That could have been a Godfather. You missed out on that.
Can you imagine? Like, oh yeah, this is your Godfather. Just bring him over. But like, what's up? He looks
honestly,
something.
it's me. I feel like this is gonna be one day where I am just showering in a hydrant in front of you for some reason or another.
I don't even have a hydrant near me, but okay. Yeah, we could do
Listen,
that.
you'll be on a trip to the city. I'll have gone MIA for like 4 months, and then you'll just see me on the streets bathing myself.
Like a side quest. Like just like sitting there, like a side quest. Like
like I'm in Resident Evil. What are you buying?
like a merchant. Yeah, exactly. Just some kind of like Khajiit has all the wares. Like, no. Wow, like, you unlocked a deep memory. Did you just say, what are you buying? Holy shit.
You're just gonna be like, where have you been? I'm gonna be like, I've been free, my man.
So would you like this extendo clip so when you can fight the zombie incursion? And yeah, the answer is yes. Of course I want that.
So you know what's crazy?
I don't know.
I literally just found out what a hemorrhoid is.
Do you have one? Is that why?
No, it's just I'm on weird medical TikTok, and
yeah,
I thought a hemorrhoid was I thought it was like your guts tied themselves into a knot. I don't know why I thought that was a thing.
What?
Okay, so I don't know what I thought a hemorrhoid was, but I thought that there was like pressure in your stomach from like shitting or like lifting weights or something, and then that pressure like made your guts kind of like your intestines kind of turn a weird way where they like kind of poked out of you. I don't know where I got this from.
That's weird, bro. Like that's New York City public school system. That's what that was. That's Hillcrest High School failure.
I mean, I don't get hemorrhoids. So I don't know. Do you get hemorrhoids?
I've never had one, but if you've ever been around a pregnant woman, they get it really often. Not often, but they're more susceptible than most people are. But yeah, they get like little blood pockets and whatnot. Like they were like I remember with my wife and both the pregnancy, she didn't have it, but they like constantly were like asking her like, do you have this? Like, do you have hemorrhoids? Do you have like, I guess because it's a big thing. I don't know. And they would put that shit's weird. Like seeing a human go through that and then like the recovery for that, wild. Women, I don't know how you do it. Or
and
people
you
that
should
have
stop doing it because we're in a climate crisis. We don't need any more children.
Sure we do.
Mutual aid. No more kids, please. None.
But what if none of us dumbasses can figure it out? And it's the one person we stopped. What do you mean? Figure out how to stop the climate crisis? Like we have to figure out a solution to it.
We'll be dead. There's no kids being born right now who are figuring it. First of all, climate crisis is already figured out. It's just we have to stop doing all the things, and we're doing too many things because nobody stopped having babies. All right, these companies didn't stop fucking up the environment. These cars didn't get off the road. Doug, your baby Doug, he's gonna grow up to be Doug in HR, and he's gonna drive to work and fuck up the environment. Even though, stop having babies for like a year. It's fine. Have a dog. Have a roach. You know, you know what I mean? A really big roach.
No roaches.
I'm sure if you like fed a roach,
can be eliminated. Yeah, they do.
Like
people have like Madagascar roaches, like those hissing cockroaches for pets.
It's like the size of your palm. You can pet it.
Mm-hmm.
Take it for walks. No more children. The roaches, they'll eat your garbage. You know what I mean? Compost.
And probably eat your face.
I don't think roaches have malice in them to eat your face.
They don't have to have malice. I don't think.
You know what? You know how I know this?
You gotta understand.
You know how I know this? We're from New York. We would have been bit by a roach if roaches had the malice.
They do bite kids all the fucking time. What are you talking about? You've never seen a roach bite?
Leave a comment if you've gotten a roach bite. Or don't, because that's shameful. I don't know what kind of super roaches you got.
And people would get roach bites. Roach bites are common, especially in the peas, okay? Because you are getting...
Comment below if you've ever seen a roach with some molars, because that's crazy.
Some molars? Bro, it's like it's bug bite.
I know people can get bitten by roaches, but I'm saying the amount of roaches versus the amount of people in New York, it's like 10-1. You would think we'd all be eaten alive.
I mean, it's like shark attacks.
As you said.
It's like shark attacks. You're right. No. Yeah, I see. The thing is, what you misunderstood is just because they are gonna eat you doesn't mean they have malice. Just because you're hungry doesn't make you evil. So I'm just saying, you fall asleep for a little too long. Maybe that roach eats your face because it's like, well, I guess it's dead.
But see, that's the glory of roaches. Roaches eat everything.
Rest in peace.
So like, they
Rest
don't have
in
to come
peace.
to you first. They prefer like
No,
I think I
they're
read
gonna come to
somewhere
you.
that like envelopes, the glue on envelopes is like a delicacy for roaches for some reason.
Yeah,
don't got
and
nothing to do with
guess,
flesh.
you know what else? You know what else? Dead skin cells. They live it.
Yeah, but those are everywhere. They're not directly.
they fall off.
The cells in your face are alive.
They don't want that shit.
The dead ones are all over your apartment.
You know what? This is we're gonna have to leave it to the comment section. Hopefully someone
I'm a
fights
roach.
for
I'm a
both
roach
they are.
activist.
You're
A roach advocate.
roachivist?
I'm an advocate
Roachivist?
for roach safety. Honestly, wait, hold on, let's back it up, because aren't roaches like not supposed to be here? Weren't roaches brought here by somebody who had a fucking baby? I'm pretty sure roaches are like not indigenous, like they came here in like the 1800s or something, but like they're not from this part of the world. They just
North
got here
America?
because somebody was doing some dumb shit they wasn't supposed to be doing.
Wood roaches have always kind of existed, like,
Cocker.
and those things.
There's too many species of roaches for us to Google this efficiently. I don't think.
Cockroach.
Well, maybe I'll ask both.
You talking about? Should we say North America? History of
sure.
cockroaches in North America.
You know,
Let's see,
some
where
nerd
are
that did
roaches
that.
native to?
Cockroach history timeline.
Because I feel like in New York or in
Wow.
the city in general, like
Where are we
roaches are
going?
an invasive species, and like they go unchecked in New York because of all the garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See, although the American cockroach is a major pest in the United States, they are native to the tropical climates of Africa.
Yeah. I'm
Some
reading something
evidence
similar.
has suggested that the American cockroach was brought to North America aboard ships. See, there you go. Because somebody had a baby instead of a cat, they got on a fucking ship with 3 roaches, and now there's
Bro,
47
hold on.
trillion.
Wait.
Hold on. I
Where
gotta
did the
make
baby
you
come
pause
from?
there. I gotta make you pause there. Can you make any kind of historical link between bringing people from Africa into this country and possibly having roaches?
Exactly. Proving my point.
Nigga!
The Pilgrims should have never fucking. Honestly,
The
who invented boats,
Pilgrims?
bro?
It was.
Yo,
Who invented boats? Whoever invented boats was mad.
Who
ass.
invented
like,
boats? Fucking
Like, yo, what were we?
Noah
what were
and
we-
his people.
No, but for real, that ass. Like, if you think
Africans,
about it,
Africans
what,
definitely.
what were boats being used for good? Besides, I mean, I guess trading, but for real, like niggas was
Fishing?
on their own.
Exploration.
No, I'm saying, yeah.
Hold on.
No,
what
no, no,
about
no.
exploration?
Well, back up,
Why
back
is
up,
that
back up.
not fun?
Because when do humans explore shit and not destroy it? That's what we do.
Well, no. Plenty
you
of
stay where the
times
fuck
we
you're at,
explore
you're
a lot of
good.
times.
And
See,
fishing
the
is
thing
fine,
is
but
that
fishing don't require you to go like from Asia to
What
fucking
about-
North America. You can fish
What if you
30
got-
feet off the shore.
What if
You
your
don't need a
hyper focus
huge ocean
is
liner
polar
for that.
bears? What if your literally, if we think about like these researchers that just obsess about one thing, and they live like in fucking San Francisco and they're thinking about polar bears, why can't they do that? Explore. It's Jane Goodall did it. Like she went to the fuck. She's a white woman that went
But you
all
see,
the
the thing
way
about
into the
Jane Goodall-
Congo to hang out with fucking gorillas and learn from them.
I was like, who's
And she's-
Jane Goodall? I'm like, oh yeah.
But see, here's the thing about that. That kind of person is chill, right? But that kind of person is rare because humans just go places to destroy shit. They go places like I know a kid like that. I know a kid he's born and raised in Northeast Pennsylvania, went to college to study turtles, and now he just lives in the Galapagos and just chills with turtles. Puts a little tag on
Yo,
them,
that's
make
a-
sure they
that's a charm
keep
life,
track
bro.
keep track of them. He's chilling. He's
I miss my calling.
one of elite milk. Shout out to Nick Humphrey, elite milk, bro. Like, just a great guy. But like, people like him don't exist. People on a daily basis. Like when you work at a security, bro, it's crazy to me that like niggas really like go, like you don't own a home, so you come to a club and fuck shit up and spit on things and hop on tables and drink and throw up and fight, and then you go back to like you literally left your house to conquer and pillage, bro. Conquer and pillage the fucking not even the dance floor, the fucking the section.
The bar.
section you paid for. You paid $400 to be in the section and you're fucking pissing in it and fucking and fighting in it. That's crazy. Like and that's a
Wait,
I
there's
think
people pissing
do
in the
all
VIP
over
section?
I mean, people piss on themselves in the clubs all the time. Like, they get drunk and piss on themselves. That is super. I don't think I've never seen anybody like pull out their dick and piss, but like I've definitely smelled piss not in the bathroom.
Nah.
And this is something people do every weekend, bro. Like, the club is not an unpopular place. This is the human condition to go out and pillage and destroy. It's insane.
I think it's a little far to say that somebody who just like spat on the table was pillaging, because like pillaging a village is literally like raping and burning the place.
Raping and taking.
So
but
like,
see, here's what I'm at though. Here's what I'm at though. If these people who go to the club and throw up and fuck shit up, if they had access to pillaging, I feel like they're pillaging. I feel like they're descendants of pillagers. You know what I mean?
Might
they
join.
gotta be descendants.
They might join. They might join the. So you get me thinking. You got me thinking already, right? This nice little segue. I've been thinking about starting a D&D campaign. So in that same realm of thought, what if we all become the pillagers together and run a campaign, and we could just be a bunch of drunk assholes going from place to place, peeing on things.
First of all,
and that could be a quest.
I'm gonna start out by saying this. I hope my sound didn't go out. I'll start by saying this. You starting a D&D campaign, I have never supported anything more in my life. I love that for you. Right? I actually was gonna make a TikTok joke where I was like, I'm pretty sure like if I was to be in a poly relationship, it would only be for D&D players. It'd be an 8-way relationship.
That's groundbreaking. Okay, you just came up with something groundbreaking, because
it's not groundbreaking
really
because
does
I'm
make
sure
sense.
it's been done. I'm positive it's been done. There's no way it hasn't.
Yo, what? Bro, I'm like a planet of nerd and geek. So I can probably draw enough nerdy, geeky people around me where we can start a campaign, but then like end up like fucking around. Like, wow, holy shit, this checks a lot of boxes for me, guys.
Here's the thing. The D&D thing too, like what I just, so there's a couple of podcasts I was listening to a while ago. I haven't really listened to them a lot because they require you to pay attention, but you can do D&D and I don't know why this didn't dawn on me until I was like 32, but like you can do D&D and it not have shit to do with Dungeons and Dragons. Like you can just have a scenario that you can just completely make up. Like there was one podcast I was listening to. It was like the scenario was like they were all at a party and they each rolled different characters for like the character that they were at the party. So one guy was like the dog who happened to talk and know about finance. So it's like if you roll a 9, you're a dog, and then if you roll an 8, you're a dog who knows about finance. And then like the one guy, guy rolled, and he was like it was just like the most mixed bag of shit. The one guy like rolled where his role at the party was a guy who like would, no matter what, always try to bring the conversation to him having run a marathon.
That's wonderful. I love shit like that.
I love podcast. I can't.
That sounds fun.
That's
actually a whole podcast genre.
It is, and I was, like, it's just because I guess I've been really interested in it, and it's something that's been like,
it's like an
I wanted to do
RPG.
for years. I love RPGs.
There's two kinds of people. There's the pillagers who go to the club and get fucked up, and there's the niggas like us who just want to play D&D in mass.
Yeah, I just want to be a dungeon master. I want to say weird shit to people.
I have like such like hard stances against like club activities, but like for real, like I didn't really even go to the clubs for real until I was like 30. Like I mean, I went to clubs when I was like a teenager because I had teen nights in New York, and then I went to like bars for the most part in my 20s, not really like clubs. But like I never like had a stance against the club. It just never came up in my life. And then when it started coming up, I was like, wow, this is a place full of heinous people. Although I will say, and I said this on TikTok, shout out to the couples who go to clubs. I love a couple in the club because the couples in the club. So one of the couples in clubs, and this is not even the club I work at or any other club I've been to, but like I just find that couples are better. They're dancing all fucking night. They look so in love because they're drunk as shit, which I love to. I mean, I'm a hater a little bit, but I like to see that love, especially when I'm seeing like 8 single niggas fighting. And when a group of niggas fight that came in friends and none of them left with no pussy, that's crazy. Your genetics are fucked up.
That's down bad. That's down bad. That's down bad. Bro.
Your genetics are ass, bro. ass, especially
Those-
in
those
2022.
are the
Like
pillagers.
that shit is
are the
crazy because
barbarians.
like those I don't think those were barbarians. Those were like the niggas who served barbarians and wanted to be barbarians.
No,
but they
you know what
couldn't.
they are? It's like the half orcs that like come along for the thing, but you know they are serving everyone beer and mead, and they get slapped around by the full orcs all the time.
Yeah,
Like damn,
they were
half
not the
orc.
Urukai. They were not the Urukai.
Wow, that's a deep cut. Wow, that's a deep cut.
I just know Urukai.
I was
orcs 'cause
playing
I think
Shadow
they're
of Mordor.
So hard,
Bro,
I just said the name is hard.
They are.
I wanted to get an
Fuck.
Urukai orc tattooed on my knee, but like people are too hard on Lord of the Rings. So
great
I'm like,
orcs.
I'm not deep enough in.
They're not. I don't think people are that. Well, I would say that people who are part of the fan base are pretty go hard, but it's such a wide fan base. I was actually saying this before. I was like literally you can draw every inspiration for the last like 45, 50 plus years, like from to Tolkien and Kurosawa. So it's like it's when you boil down things a lot to that. I don't know. I'm in a weird place, bro. I'm in between like I guess fandoms
Yeah, I think
and just
Tolkien
fantasy.
Tolkien is the father of modern fantasy. So yeah, he like
absolutely.
invented all of them.
There's, I mean, the whole class system, the idea of like, Middle Earth and Alphaheim or whatever they would call it from different fucking places. Those are fucking cool. Listen,
Well, Alfheim is
if
Norse
we could go back to
mythology.
this, is it Norse mythology? But it's elven land or whatever they're fucking at in Lord of the Rings. See, I can't keep up with all this shit. It's too many different names. But ultimately, I remember one of my favorite places growing up, and I don't know if you ever got to see this, any of you, but I have you guys know what Wizard of the Coast is? I feel like you do, Sasha, at least.
Never heard of it.
Wizards of the Coast were the guys who make all the Magic the Gathering stuff, Dungeons and Dragons, basically a lot of tabletop stuff. Like they're kind of in charge of, and they kind of like facilitate the world. Like I guess because of the kind of stuff like they have like play mats and die sets and stuff like that. Dice sets, not die sets. So they actually had one in Long Island in Carl's Place. I'm trying to remember what the damn mall, but it was dope as hell. They literally had a Wizards of the Coast. It was literally just like they were the guys who I think they still make the Pokemon cards. So that's what got me in there for the first time. Like I was like literally like just completely like, oh, I'm just gonna go get Pokemon cards and just like dive into this world. And in the back there was just like 5 tables full of guys just playing D&D or playing like EverQuest on the computers. Like this was like a real haven for that kind of stuff. We need more of that back. I know it's because it attracts the shittiest parts of human, but maybe if we just make them a little nicer. I think that Wizard of the Coast had something going for it because it was actually
the shittiest
nice.
or just some of the smelliest.
The neckbeardiest of people.
Neckbeardiest.
Yeah, the neckbeards of our society come through.
I feel like the neckbeards are out. I feel like the whole thing about nerd culture when we were growing up is that you can only absorb but so much knowledge, right? You either knew about Yu-Gi-Oh or you knew about grooming. Now we have it all. You can literally watch. Like I'm just saying, like literally, you can, like the amount of girls I see that do like makeup tutorials and like anime breakdowns. I'm just like, oh, crazy! I love it. I feel like women took to it way sooner, but I think women, a lot of the times they're brought up. They know their value is their beauty in their society, right? So a lot of girls grow up knowing how to do makeup, knowing how to be presentable, and then they find their nerdy niche. Meanwhile, you have these neckbeards who like their dads wanted them to play baseball, and instead they play with themselves to catgirl images. But it is what it is. And then
and lady pillows.
Guilty.
But I mean, look at me. Like, let me tell you, if I had like no job, I would literally just. I do not. Although, if you want to cop that, but look at me. Like, I'm a good-looking dude, and I'm wearing a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt right now. If you gave me like no job and all the time in the world, I would be butt naked reading manga and playing Dungeons and Dragons right now. No pillaging here, just discovery.
That sounds kind of ill, bro.
I'll be playing.
No
playing
pillaging
Yondir
here, just discovery.
Can Can I
That's
talk
a
about
bot.
Yondir Simulator real quick since we're on this nerdy shit?
Bro, you sent that to the chat, and like I guess you were saying like your daughter likes this game. So I don't know much about it because I didn't look it up as much. But whatever you told me, what did sound crazy. So go for it, bro. Because
Yondir. So for anyone who's got kids out there that are between the ages of like, I don't know, like 5 and up, that you probably know about Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Five Nights at Freddy's was a big horror game. The concept of the game is, you know, basically you're a security guard navigating through the closed down amusement park, and you know you encounter some of the animatronic animals are alive, right? And the game was fucking huge. There's so much fan art of the game. What I think ended up happening was watching these games get played is pretty much as fun as playing them as well. So I think a lot of these like gaming Twitch streamers like hopped on this shit, and because they hopped on it, the horror genre kind of blew up amongst children, right? Because if you look up like Corey Kenshin and shit, like this guy has like 30 million followers. Like all these guys, these Twitch insane followers. Like they definitely make like tens of millions of dollars per episode.
so like we're we're obviously like so close in age, right? Like horror games weren't like they were big, but like you're right, like because my son like literally will rattle off all those horror genres, like and like more. Like there's like Garden of Bam Bam, which is like I guess like the spiritual successor to Five Nights at Freddy, and like there's like this whole thing called Rainbow Friends, where it's literally just like fucking like almost like these
Is that the one where it's like Toy Story but evil?
Kind of. They're like toys, but they're plush animals, and they're all shaped very, very weird. Like his favorite is purple, and I was like, mind you, my son is a chicken about the fucking dark, right? And he's telling me about how fucking cool this purple guy is who comes out of vents, and I was like, so what does he do when it comes out of vents? Like, is he like? I'm not like expecting it to be terrible. He's like, oh yeah, no, he eats people. I was like, son, you're not scared of this? Like this sounds kind of terrifying to me. Like I got to worry about a bunch of like toys just coming out of the fucking woodworks, like trying to eat me, murder me. No, thank you, bro. Yo, Joey, what did you just let loose? That scared me.
But yeah,
Yondir
Simulator is like an anime schoolgirl game, basically where you play this anime schoolgirl, and it's kind of like Roblox style, where it's kind of like open world. You can kind of do what you want, but the overarching theme of the game is that you are obsessed with this boy, and you kill anyone who gets close to this boy. And my daughter, like, there's like a 2-minute video on my phone of my daughter like playing me the intro of this game, and it is just. Well, I'm like, why are you into this? It's dark.
Like, if I'm right, this is the one. So now that I looked it up, this is the one that I think has. Sorry, trigger for anyone out there. It actually has a suicide in the game, and it's what changes the tone, like thematically, because it goes from like one of those like I guess those the stereotypical kind of dating games. Like with the choices and dialogues, and then it just goes to suicide, and then it like flips. Or maybe there's another one out there. You know, these games are fucking weird. Like they're not just like platformers or RPGs anymore. It's like a very different scape. I think because people are just letting their fucking shit out on everybody, and we all got.
And also, this game is free.
It's free. That's the other part.
Like, what's the YouTuber doing a review on this game? Bijou Mike, how many followers do you have? I'm not gonna open this because it'll start playing. But yeah, but this guy, this adult man, he's doing Yondir Simulator reviews, Animal Friends or Puppet Friends, whatever you just said, reviews. Like, I think the YouTubers are driving
Rainbow
shit.
Friends, yeah. Oh no, they are, because like, so I mean, think about it, like, you know, our kids. And like from your kids on, like they're the YouTube kids generation. They're the YouTube generation in general. Like they've had like a phone in front of them, and you know, lack of a better, if it's good or bad or not, like indifferent. like they're absorbing information at like a hyper speed. So like I totally believe that they're being like absolutely suggested the way we got suggested for toys and shit. But it's what's being influenced. It's the horror genre versus, you know, what we had, which is Transformers
And
and
cigarettes.
Power Rangers. Power Rangers and cigarettes. Yo, they tried to really give us cigarettes early on, bro. They were like here's candy cigarettes, kids. You want to smoke like the big
Deadass.
guys. Like they're
Sweet
not good. They're not good. Yo,
No.
what about the bubblegum cigars? Ass.
I don't think
Why
I ever
were they
had one
always-
of those.
Yo, I had one of them. I remember because I stole it from somebody's baby shower. I was like really like excited. I was a kid. I was like, yo, I'm gonna take this blue cigar, and it was ass. It looked like clay. Like it was clay. I hated that. Never again. We're done with that shit. Fuck cigarettes. You quit.
I haven't
right,
had any
Sasha?
nicotine in my body since February.
Hey,
And I don't even miss it, which is cool.
On day 3, she's on day 3. So
So she punched you in the ribs today.
a little bit. No, she's been great. No, honestly, she's been having a tough time, and she had a little bit of a wake up call, which is, you know, I think that's kind of like the reality because she's a couple of years older than me. Like, it's like she's about to be 40. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you gotta possibly adjust if you've been doing things a certain way for so long. And, you know, like, hey, I've been smoking cigarettes and not drinking water and only been running on Red Bull for like, you know, 10 years straight because I'm a retail manager or some shit. I get it. Not gonna say I don't understand it, but that shit is gonna eventually kick your ass. And yeah, shout out to my wife getting her ass kicked, but she's doing something about it. Baby, I love you. I love that fat ass.
You're just saying that because she's been abusing you. Blink twice if you're not safe.
Like just start going full on Morse code, like help now, send. She has like no.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
being
done.
quitting smoking is. It's only really annoying if you don't. I mean, for me at least, if you just don't lean into eating, because that was my first thing. You quit smoking and then you lean immediately. Your mouth is just unoccupied, so you just need to eat all the time. And then you get fat and you get pissed off. So now you're pissed off, so you're smoking again. But if you just let yourself get fat, it's fine.
Right.
She's been hitting the cart like crazy, so I think that's like replacing the habit a little bit, which is, you know, it's way better, obviously. You know, she's getting out the visceral feeling out of it, but you know, she's like, you know, like I said, she got like a little bit of a wake up call. We both did, you know, hearing that, and we want to make sure that, you know, she sticks around. So fuck yeah, bro, we got to do a little bit of change, maybe. Bro, I told you, I got constipated for the first time in my life. I was like completely blown out. I have never had that problem.
Now
I've been so regular.
Define constipated, because I feel like are you
A
on like
day and a half
6?
no poop.
Was it
I feel
in there?
I feel like
though?
that's like yeah, like where you
With
stuck
bloat?
up. You know what I mean?
With
Yeah,
bloat.
like did you have to shit but couldn't get it out?
Correct.
Or was it just not damn.
Yeah, that feeling wants to go, the cramping's happening, nothing's happening. And then it goes away. And then it gets
Right.
replaced by like whatever else the feeling, the bloat, and then the
Right.
just
and then
the
the pain.
awkwardness
again,
and the pain. Yeah.
cramps.
And you've
So,
gone
yeah,
your
no, it was,
entire
like, full
you've
on.
gone your entire life without that. That's pretty good.
I don't think I've ever felt that in my entire life. Not like real, like I've always had kind of the opposite. Like I've always had to kind of blow my ass out. Like I was like, oh, why can't I stop this? And just like, but like, you know, not that. You know, I'm missing my regular poo, bro. That I think I've been trying to talk about that on the pod. A regular poo is underrated, really underrated. I don't think we talk
Not over
about it
here.
enough as a
I
society.
definitely rate highly
He's like,
my
it's
shits.
very rated. It's very
Dude,
rated.
I shit like 4 times a day. Sometimes you just sit in the toilet. You know, you just want to lament and chill,
Bro,
and then you just, you know what? While I'm here,
exactly.
pop out three nugs.
It's underrated, bro. It's underrated because really the piece that comes along with that, especially when you get like a real fucking solid, like a atomy, like, and you just feel good, right? Like you're like, God damn, like that was healthy. That was 15 Courics. I was good. Like the bowl tipper, you know, peeping out, like all that shit. Like you take it for granted until the day it happens to you, and you go, why am I not doing that no more? And my body's betraying me. Like it shouldn't be doing this. I don't know if it's the medicine or it's just my body. My medicine did go up a little bit, so we'll figure that out. Hopefully it's not.
But that's crazy. You've avoided that your whole life. Because I've definitely been constipated before. Not often, but like definitely has happened. You know, sometimes you just eat a little too much brown rice. You know, you go crazy.
You know, you're not wrong. You get a little plugged up, but it wasn't like that. Like I haven't been eating like anything all that crazy. I think my diet has been kind of pretty normal. There's a lot of like normal like fiber in it.
So like, when do you? Here's my thing though. Like, when do you realize you're constipated? Right? Because I'm like, take me through the timeline. Because I feel like if you sit in the toilet once and don't shit, you're just like, okay, well maybe I didn't have to go. But then like time number 2, like a couple hours later.
24. I think after I hit 12 or 13 hours of like no regular poo, I'm a little worried because like I'm way more like how you said 4 to 5 times a day. That's like how I was. I'd have like 4 like regular poos and be good. A whole day without one, bro. And then that's crazy. Like that's when you start kind of like, you know, that panic when all of a sudden like the door closes behind you kind of thing, like in a closed room. You're like, oh. And like it's not rational, but it's kind of that. It's that same panic because you're like, why can't I poop? And then you get more anxious because like you're not pooping, so your anxious body just betrays you more and gives you more tummy trouble. So you're like, which one is it? The anxiety, the IBS, the constipation? Oh, my Ashkenazi Jewish roots, like 13% of me, like just like crying out on me. You know,
dude, you know what's the worst shit, bro? When you're sick, like with a stomach thing, and you just start going through your brain about the things you ate, like what was it? And then it's like what? Well, then it's like because you didn't eat anything crazy, right? It's probably and then you have to think like, what combo was it? Was it the grapes and the cheese? I don't know.
Right.
Was it the? I know I had a burrito, but I've had burritos from there so many times. Like, why are they doing this to me now?
So
like,
once you've gone through that, it's just like the stages of grief. You get along, and the bargaining is what always gets me personally. Like, because then I'm like, you know, like, please, if I don't got to deal with this, I'll be good. And you just take
I'll
you look at all
nothing
the
but water for 6 weeks.
Yeah, you look at all the moments that you took for granted. You're like, oh my god, remember when I was able to like just like enjoy this and not feel like this? That, oh god, I hate that shit. Like right now, I would rather like probably
that's the only sickness of the stomach that makes you really think about life. You know what I mean? Because you get a cold or you get like, you know, like a knee pain. You're just like, you know, that's just life happening. You know, that's just whatever. Mm-hmm. But when you shit forcefully, when you're hungry and shitting and you just have to think back, like, where did I? Because that shit don't just happen. You don't just like get a stomach flu. Well, I mean, you do, but like.
Right. Yeah, you do.
You
can just touch a surface.
You can just get it. But sometimes it's like I know this ain't going around my office. I haven't been nowhere weird. Like what? And then you start like cursing. And then the worst part is when you didn't even go out to eat. So you're like, yo, this can't even be from a restaurant. I can't even blame this on a restaurant. Like, did I undercook some shit? Me. Did I do this? You start looking at. There was one time where I was dead ass. It was one of those days where it was like toilet to fetal position on the floor to back to the toilet. Like I couldn't do nothing for like 6 hours, and I'm on the floor Googling like, yo, was there a recall on grapes?
Why do you want it to be grapes so bad? You've mentioned grapes in this whole scenario like 7 times. There was you really did just pull out grapes on the pod.
Because I remember this was like 2 years ago, and I remember there was like nothing like I just remember on the news that there was like a year prior like a recall on tomatoes, and I was like, well, it had to be some healthy shit because I didn't need nothing out of pocket. So I was like, yo,
you know what it was?
I'm on my
what it was?
I was like, yo, is whole wheat bread attacking me right now? Like I ate so good that week.
I'm gonna tell you what it was attacking you. and it's a common thread: white supremacy. White supremacy has locked down the poor migrant farmer who has to shit in the fields because they have to meet a certain quota. And that shit is trickling down and getting all of us sick from romaine motherfucking lettuce. Like, romaine lettuce. Like,
is that why that happened? Get somebody shit in the field? Is that real?
Legitimately. Like, literally, because migrant farmers can't go to the bathroom. There's no bathroom breaks, or they can't literally be told. They're either stuck between dehydration or just having diarrhea because they're not eating well. They're in the hot sun and they're going through what they have to do and getting paid dick, and then having bosses that won't let them have fucking like biological needs or breaks for biological needs, like taking a shit. So they take a shit in the field. And that's why we're getting sick. E. coli being present in our food is like, it's from feces.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is all right.
White supremacy coming through. Yo, what else is more constant in your life? I mean, literally, we had the entire world affixed on the royal wedding. Literally a testament to white supremacy. We're literally looking at these like inbred fuckers with like translucent skin and blue fucking, veins all over the place and dumb crowns, and we're like, "Yo, look, it's great." Wait, like, why are we clapping for them? Why? Why do we give a fuck? Sorry, let me get off that horse.
I was waiting for like you to tie it together with something about the bathroom at the royal wedding, or some shit about shit.
Yo, what happened
in the field?
Did something happen in the bathroom?
No, we were talking about shitting.
Are you
in
a
fields.
reporter? No, because I don't know where I went. I just went there. I don't. White supremacy. That's what it was. It was white supremacy.
Into your thing.
Hold on. Here's my thread: white supremacy,
Yeah,
and
it
I
was
said
white
the
supremacy.
institution of white supremacy was being celebrated on international fucking screens everywhere. So like, literally, like, you have countries that have just like liberated themselves like a few years ago and still like checking in. Like, come on, bro. Like, you got Canada still calling like England part of their fucking. Weird.
And it's giving you romaine lettuce juice.
It's literally giving us E. coli.
Dude, that's. Literally. I mean, it didn't give me E. coli. I never caught the romaine lettuce E. coli. I didn't catch tomato E. coli. I think there was something with eggs and chickens like 5 years ago. I didn't get that, thankfully. What produce is next to get infected with a human? I really didn't want to need that information.
Mushrooms.
Honestly, I did not need the information that human feces was the
strawberries. Definitely. Strawberries are definitely always on the top one because they're being sold so quickly. And because the amount that is being like sold, so like romaine lettuce like had a peak obviously in the time that it was being eaten because like there was an abundance of it. It's hardy and they figured out the way to sell it. Fucking just sell romaine hearts everywhere. That's literally what you do with strawberries. Like, you find the genetic freak and then somebody takes a shit on it and we all die.
Wait, I just like, so like, wait, no, let's back up, because was there like an investigation for this? Like, did they find the nigga who shit in the field? Like, also, that's gotta be a weird thing for a cop to investigate. Like, I gotta trace back this deuce.
Nobody has to. Well, see, the thing is, there's actually people specialized in certain parts of our government that actually study these things, and they're part of the Department of Health or any like federal institution that they're a part of. Like, it actually happened to somebody I know. I'm not going to reveal who, but they got a salmonella. They got salmonella in like 2020 or whatever it was, and she was like one of the few cases in the entire country, and they monitor her. They were having her send stool samples. They would pop in to see if she was actually quarantining herself. Like, it was intense. Even with COVID, it was intense. Like,
can you like imagine though, like, you're Jose in the fields, you shit in the field, E. coli breaks out in America. Now they're investigating. Now you got to change your whole diet so that when they take your stool sample, it doesn't match. Yeah, like you're eating shit you never ate. You're eating shit. You know what? That might have been what started COVID, dude. This guy was like, "Oh man, they're coming for my stool sample. I gotta change my diet dramatically. I'm going to Taiwan to fucking eat a bat." So this guy starts salmonella in the lettuce and COVID at the same time. The most diabolical deuce on the planet. Because really, like, there's no, like, he's like, because you gotta flush out, like, you know, I can't imagine. There's gonna be history in your deuce. Like, you can't just eat 3 things and it changes your deuce. It's you gotta flush it out with something weird as fuck, like a platypus and a bat.
A pangolin, okay, a pangolin. No,
fucking shit. You gotta eat a Pokemon. You gotta fuck the Pokemon Sandshrew and then eat it with a bat.
Nah,
Let's tie it all in together.
You know how you get it is when you dip Farfetch's leak up its ass and then you put it back in your mouth. That's how we get E. coli breaks really quickly. So you know what? If that's how we do it, that's how we do it, bro. We got to come up with new strains by sticking leaks up Pokemon's butts. So be it. Animal abuse is okay. Why is not more animal abuse even better?
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Pokemon world, they fuck the animals, dude.
Bro, they literally have moves called Attract, Charm, like Lovely Kiss, Draining Kiss.
Honestly, like, I feel like, you know, like, now that you bring that up, like, that's probably, now that I'm thinking about the Pokemon world, right, I assume, you know what, there probably was a point in time where it was illegal to fuck Pokemon, then too many niggas got caught in Lovely Kiss and Charm, and they just repealed the laws. Because this is a fuck it. Like, there's too many people, like these Pokemon want to be fucked, clearly.
Machop has hands. Machamp has hands. And he's got 4. Can you imagine the Grippy?
You know what? Let's talk about that. If an animal could stand on... Wait, can you get jerked? Like, hold on. Does a kangaroo have thumbs? No, I'm just like wondering, like, if an animal is a bipedal and has hands, can you fuck it? Like, is that the rule? Is that what separates us from the animals?
The rule.
I don't think that. No. Because you know what? Dolphins have raped humans, and it's. I think it's just an intelligence factor. Like if we get bored with sex, like if the animal can find the routine boring, and dolphins find it boring, they need to spice it up. They literally get like blowfish to fucking suck them off. They get high off of them. They fuck other like skulls of other animals. Like, yo, it's dark. Dolphins they're not cute and cuddly like Lisa Frank. They're rapey monsters, and they will kill and murder and enjoy it. And we have a whole video game franchise, Echo.
Wow, what a throwback. Did you just bring up Echo from the fucking Sega Saturn? What the fuck?
Sega Genesis, yeah. Yo, Echo was tight though. You remember playing that game? Like,
I never played that, but I definitely like have a 9-year-old memory of being like, who the fuck is playing this dolphin game, bro? Meanwhile, Sonic the Hedgehog, Crash Bandicoot, like these are all still animal games. I don't know why I was just weird about a dolphin game. I think
not anthropomorphic. It should definitely have a dick. Like
this dolphin does not stand on 2 legs and have a penis. I will not play this. I refuse. Bring me Donkey Kong.
You mean there's no bandana? You mean there's no bow tie on this motherfucker? I don't want to hear it. like, bro, yo, anthropomorphic animals wearing clothing and the clothing choices are always interesting. Like, why did Donkey Kong like go full dick out, ass out, but just wear tie? Like, who and he got it dyed and taken care of with his own symbol on it. Yo, that's
Donkey Kong.
He's a stripper.
That's branding.
Donkey Kong has one item of clothing and a tailor.
It's crazy.
One piece.
It's crazy, right? For one piece. Like Diddy Kong, he's got a shirt and a hat. No pants. Why?
No pants, why? No shoes.
Well, you didn't have to cover up with a shirt. Like, I think if it was opposite, everybody would be like, "Oh, that makes sense." Like, cover up the dick.
How many naked people do you think you'd see a day if clothing were optional?
I think it's 50-50.
Are you in that? Which 50 are you in?
I don't know how many naked.
I'm on
how
the
many
other side,
people I see.
non-naked.
Yeah.
I'm a never nude. I wear as much clothes. Like every layer has another layer. I'm always cold. I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm like, bro, I'm like a sickly person at this point with the way the cold affects me. So I'm always wearing like layers, bro. So never nude all day. Woo. I don't like cold, bro. I like literally if my dick like felt like the Pennsylvania wind, like on a January.
Okay, I'm talking like July.
Okay, maybe that's optional, but I don't think I'm enjoying the sun because like, bro, there's bugs, there's dirt, bro. It just makes sense to cover up. We had loincloths, like since the like, it wasn't just decency.
I'm pretty sure we didn't actually have loincloths. I think that I don't think there was ever. No, really think about it. Like, no, do you really think about it? Do you think any caveman like? Do you think the first thing we got was modesty? We think we evolved.
It wasn't modesty.
No, I don't
we
think
gotta protect
any
our
loincloths
genitals
actually
though.
existed.
I think we were smart enough to like protect it. Like we're like, oh no, I don't want my dick to hurt. Like I don't want my balls to get scraped. Like think about that. Like just logically.
What's a loincloth? Okay, so you think
you get like a little like deer skin, tan it and hide it, and then just like cover your balls.
So you use your mind right now. You think we're tailoring deer and immediately covering our balls. You think we got that technology first? I don't think so. Yeah. I think we were butt ass naked for a long time. Yeah, and I don't think the motivation was modesty or protection. I think it was personal style. Because a lot of animals have like personal style,
bro. Like everybody was wearing the same thing. What personal style? Like okay, maybe we could flare it up with a little like mammoth here, if I had to guess, little like squirrel there. Chinchilla.
Listen, if I had to guess. Because there's a lot of animals that do this too. Like we might have somebody, once we got like senses of our own identity, we might have thrown dirt on our face in a certain way, did our hair a certain way with like mud. But I think modesty is coming like 10,000 years after that. I do not think we're wearing loincloths for real. I think loincloths were strictly for like museum, like
you don't
textbooks.
Think it's just like not being cold?
I'm reading about them right now, and so far.
I'm shooting from the hip, so I'm just going random.
I mean, you always that's normal. Yeah.
Is he right?
I'm just.
Oh, okay. So I thought I was making sense there, bro. Bro, to protect your nuts, because it's cold. Bro, just like think about it. Have you been out?
Okay,
like,
but
we're talking about early man. Early man.
The whole
if they stepped outside,
is cold.
It's not warm.
Well, Joey will give us the answers, but I'm thinking if we start covering up because it's cold, we're covering up the whole thing because it's cold. I don't think loincloths are ever coming in the picture. I don't think we're just covering up dicks.
Okay. So I think that depends on the temperature also, because remember that if it's colder, we're gonna wear like full like fucking coveralls, right? And there's people that have existed in indigenous tribes in North America that have like tan horses, bison, just any kind of field animal that they can get.
I think we're getting shoes like 100 years before loincloths.
No, well, that doesn't even make sense.
We're walking around barefoot. What? Okay, if you go outside naked right now, if you go outside naked right now, what's hurting first?
Crazy. We're ending this podcast on this note. You sound crazy. You're hanging outside with your dick out and shoes on. You got shoes and dick out, but you can't hang out with no shoes. Bro, there's way more people hanging outside right now.
No, I cannot believe you're not with me on this one.
Well,
go outside.
This is an opinion. This is objective fact about when something happened first or not.
No.
And a loincloth is easier technology.
I'm theorizing, and the only reason I'm theorizing this is because if you go outside and do it after this, it's a warm day. Go outside barefoot right now. See how many steps you get, bro. That shit is like 6 steps. Going barefoot even on concrete is hell. I think we're covering up our feet first.
Bro, we can develop calluses way easier on our feet.
Okay, but there's still bugs and like tiny predators. Exactly. I think we're covering up our feet before our dicks.
Check out any girl
from. Our feet are in danger long before dick.
Let's keep it a buck. let's go hang out with a South Bronx chick who has been wearing fucking sandals all summer and see how rough her feet are, bro. She hasn't had a fucking pedicure in like 8 months, okay? Those feet are fucking like tested and battle worn. Bro, if those feet can
First
be
of all,
like that
a
in
sandal?
New York City.
No.
In New York City.
A sandal
I think
your
you got it,
barefoot
rougher
on
foot.
concrete is a billion to one,
But I'm
bro.
saying how
A
cracked and crazy it looks with that on.
Listen,
Like,
why
can
don't
you
you get in
imagine?
your car? Get in your car, go drive 45 minutes and find a sidewalk, and put your bare foot on that shit. It will. It's
sidewalk
crazy, bro.
It is crazy.
I'm telling you, bro. I don't.
I got soft
Okay,
feet.
I'm saying
baby.
that. Like, I'm not. Listen, all I'm saying is that my theory is that no one was concerned about covering just dick for a minute. I think it was the whole body. If it was anything specific, it was
Can
the
we be
foot.
real?
But the loincloth, it
Can you
was
imagine
not
getting
coming
a
for
fight?
years. It was
Can you imagine
years.
getting in a fight with no protection over your dick? Bro,
Yeah, you have
that's
to-
the easiest place to attack. Like literally like an animal, a person, like even if you got dirt in your dick, you'd have like literally like infections all day. I think logically it makes sense to cover
First
up
of all,
your genitals.
No, and here's why I disagree. You got to remember something. We were uncircumcised for billions of years, bro. You think that calloused up peen, bro? That calloused up fucking foreskin? You're talking about foot having calluses. You don't think
sneaking in the forest. My dick
Bro,
just getting calloused.
a caveman foreskin was fine leather, dog. I don't think.
That's why
I think we were
blowjobs
good.
like.
I think
That's
we
why
were
head
good,
had to
bro.
come so after like mankind. Like that's literally
That
why.
shit-
Like man
Yo.
had to figure out loincloths before
Nah.
blowjobs could happen. Let's be honest.
Caveman foreskin might
Caveman
as well have been a
bussy.
car. Caveman foreskin might as well have been a Carhartt wallet, dog. I feel like we were protected.
It's dumb.
We were protected out there. I don't think we needed a loincloth. I'm saying feet. Toenails that needed protection way before me.
Such a
Yo,
foot guy. Your foot fetish is showing right now. Your foot fetish is showing right now.
Nah,
Let's
I'm
protect
saying-
feet at all costs. Let's protect feet at all costs.
Bro, I'm saying, listen, I'm just saying, like, we just started, and as far as human history goes, we just started getting circumcised. Them foreskins had to be crazy, bro. Them foreskins had to be fucking a sheath. They were good. We were valid, bro.
We had loincloths.
Nuts.
Bro. We figured it out.
We figured
it out.
I'm
We
not
figured
saying
it
I'm not saying loincloths never happened. I'm saying loincloths probably happened millions of years after the full body covering and the feet covering. I don't think loincloths was like we would. I'm
Joey-
saying the foreskin was
Joey's
solid.
got the facts. Let him drop it.
I don't anymore because this is dumb. But just the. I ain't got shit to say. I just ain't got shit to say.
I'm just saying. I'm thinking of a caveman brain, right? There's no way you're cutting out like and stitching something for your waist specifically. Like
You don't have to stitch a loincloth.
You do.
They
without
You
tie
have
it.
to-
Not
you have
you
to-
just tie
Egyptians
You
wore
have
it.
to. Yeah, Egyptians,
Yeah.
bro. That's not cavemen, nigga. That's humans. That's Homo erectus, G. That's what I'm telling you, bro. We was naked out there in the fields.
BCE. Bro, that's
still a
that's the
human.
cradle of civilization. Do you not realize that's
Egyptians,
literally
3000 BC.
like,
That's
hold
Homo
on, hold on.
erectus.
Think-
That's
let-
Homo
let's think about
erectus,
this.
G.
Let's think about this.
That's
Cradle
Homo
of civilization.
erectus.
So
Literally,
if you're talking
mankind had
about
to cover up to create civilization.
So wait, no, hold. You said BC. So you're saying 3,000 years
BCE.
before Christ, we was a different nigga? No, we
Yeah.
was just niggas like we are now. Christ,
Well, no.
bro, nah, that's millions. I'm saying the millions of years we were cavemen. There was no condoms. The fucking foreskin, bro. It was protecting our shit. There was no loincloths.
See, you can't
and-
just say there weren't loincloths
And here's the
because
thing.
that is provable.
And see, here's the thing as well. You got to realize you're saying, oh, we're protecting it. There were people who lived in hot climates for millions of years before the boats. They didn't. You think niggas in Africa was concerned about loincloths?
Where do you think a hula
That's
grass
actually
skirt
all
comes
they
from?
wore. That's all they wore.
African cavemen or just Africans? African Homo erectus? maybe, but African
Okay.
Homo.
We've
no,
gone
wait.
off the
To be
rails.
fair, cavemen
Homo
didn't
erectus
have
was Homo.
clothes.
That's what I'm saying. They had nothing, and then when we see the pictures of the loincloths, we're like, oh, it's that. But in my head, I'm like, wait a second.
BCE.
Wait a
You know
second.
how long ago that is, though?
Fred Flintstone Fred Flintstone historically was naked as fuck all the time with his fucking thick
he
ass
covered up,
clam
bro.
foreskin.
Wait, no, his feet were bumping. Shut up, because literally that's the whole idea of the show. Like, they drive with their fucking feet. Bro, their feet are rough. They didn't got no they didn't get no pedicures, no lotion. Those feet are working, bro. You remember, like, in the movie,
And so was that foreskin.
bro, think about the foot in the movie when they like washed off their feet, like when they get to the gas station. That's like, I don't know why that's seared into my mind. Like, when they stop at the gas station, instead of just fueling up, they just have somebody pour water on their feet. I was like, man, genius. I didn't think of that at all.
And you know why they poured water on their feet? Because they couldn't piss on their own feet because their foreskin was too sturdy. It was blocking it.
Hey, baby, let me piss on your feet. Yo, your foot fetish is showing, bro. Like, it's really showing. Welcome to the National Meat Treasure, where it's really all about Sasha's foot fetish. It has been you know what? This episode got us heated up. I don't know how. I think between feet and fantasy role playing, you know, we can say anything. But yeah, we drop episodes every Thursday. I've been enjoying the comments. I've been talking back to you. You know, Sasha is crazy for assuming that chewing gum equates to
gumming. That's
chew gumming. Chewing gum somehow equates to me cheating.
To cheating.
Yeah,
trying to get a nigga caught up.
Wow, bro, for real.
Oh,
Yo,
so,
thinking about people who
listen,
got caught up. Freddie
all I'm
Gibbs
hearing-
got caught up. Let's hit the algorithm for that one. We got to ride the tail one on that
Wait,
one.
this is recent? Did something happen?
Oh, you didn't hear about
you
Freddie
didn't hear?
Gibbs?
What the fuck happened to Freddie Gibbs?
Spreadie Gibbs. Spreadie Gibbs
What?
for the algorithm.
Wait.
Yeah.
So let me tell this.
Time out.
Let me tell this, man. So basically, what happened is the woman he was with. I think she's white. Basically,
No, she's half black, half white.
So she
Really?
is white.
She's biracial. Yeah, FitMami.
Right.
She's white
Shout out
passing as
there.
hell. But I guess she is now Freddie Gibbs' like baby moms, maybe, or whatever. She's pregnant
She
with
did
child.
porn, and
She
they
did
had
porn.
yeah, she still does
And
it.
she
What's her
long
name?
story short, basically
FitMami.
she was trying to
I'm showing you her.
She was trying to drag Freddie on the internet. And in one tweet, she said that, you know, you claim to be hard, but I got a picture of you spread butt cheeks on my phone, but you know, it is what it is. And it's just like,
It's a little deeper than that. It's a little deeper than that. So I'll give you a little, because I have been following the story a little closely, because, you know, we talk about porn stars and how when it's almost like when you follow like an athlete from their college days, you know, and then like you see them come up into the majors and they're like a big fucking deal. So her porn like stardom just kind of like popped, and I was kind of like at the very beginning. So I have been following her. But yeah, so essentially what happened was they were in a relationship for like 8 months or whatnot, almost a year and something or some shit. And, throughout the relationship, he's like doing the corny thing that men do, is like, you know, like somehow talk about children and thinking that is like ultimately so romantic, but like having no
I want to put a
intention.
baby in you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, but no intention of actually being there. So, yeah, so like, you know, the whole situation pops up. Apparently she finds out she's pregnant. She says, you know, this is what's going on. He says, I'm a little conflicted. And she's like, what do you mean you're conflicted? Like, you know, for some, you know, literally I have like messages from you saying how, you know, you want to have this child with me and we're naming the child. Like, they're doing all the corny shit that people do, right? And so she's confused. He essentially ghosted her. I don't know how you can ghost somebody. Like, he literally like said, I don't know if I can entirely do this right now. He's a 40-year-old man. He already has a few kids. I get it. Maybe you don't want to do that right
He's
now.
like, I ain't doing this shit again.
But like, you kind of set yourself up for failure, right? Like, if you nutting in her, you know she's not on anything, and then you don't answer her, like you asking for a really a lot of like a huge like tailwind to come at you, bro. Like if you don't want to raise the kid, at least be there. At least be like, yo, let's dead this kid together. Let's have a party after. We're gonna dap each other up and we're gonna like, we're gonna go about our life. Because that was the conversation. She was like, should I like not have this child anymore? Like, because like if you don't want to do this, I don't want to force you. She's literally in these text messages saying this to him. So she exposed him for that. The fact that, that now she is pregnant and he has not reached out to her. He's not talking to her. The other side of the coin. Yeah, Destiny Creep. The other side of the coin is, she's doing pornography and, she's kind of using a few different things at the same time. And she's probably pissed off because she's like 6 or 7 months pregnant. And I get it. If you're really pregnant and you got some guy who like stopped you from making money because of love, supposedly, quote unquote love, right? Because like if you're really down with somebody, you're not going to like just like back out on them. Like if you're really down with them, like I'm saying that with that prerequisite. If you're saying I want to have a child with you, you better be ready that when the child comes around to be like, all right, I asked for this. Like, like you're not like, it's not just pretend anymore. Like, especially when you come up with names, bro. Yeah. Like you could be like, yeah, I'm gonna put a baby in you and it'd be mad funny, but like,
I really never understood that like past role play. Like
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think you're a moron if you have a baby with somebody you're not married to. But definitely, like, why would you why do niggas say that to begin with? Like, I don't like. I remember somebody telling me this like long-winded story about like he told me he wanted to have a baby. He told me he was raised with me. Okay, but like he didn't marry you though. Like there was no papers officially locking him into that. And then this person I was talking to, like they didn't even have like. There wasn't even like good like child support laws like in their state or anything. So I was like, I don't know, it was just weird. So I was just like, I don't.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I guess for her it's like a come up, but like at the same time, like as Spreadie Gibbs, as somebody who was like, you got like 10 albums, you're an older man, you have multiple, like you could have paid this girl to be on birth control, and I'm sure she would have taken any payment.
She would have done it because she's like she's self-admittedly like a a hoe. Like she enjoys what she enjoys. She's not ashamed, so like she's gonna go after what she goes after. But apparently he kind of left her out in the lurch, and she was just like kind of tired of like trying to reach out to his manager, his agent, and him like, hey, like what's going on, like why are you not like at least contacting me back, like say something to me. And he's like referencing her in like interviews at the same time. So she's and like, now you can't draw a pregnant woman's ire that hard, bro, because they will fuck
and
you
then
up.
like now like this kid's gonna grow up and just the Spreadie Gibbs tweets will never leave him.
Yeah,
never.
Spreadie Gibbs
like,
and
you
his
are
mom
raising a horrible person already. They're not even born yet. And
she's pregnant, like taking loads on the face, bro.
Has she taken 2 dicks? Did she actually do porn? I've never like.
I searched her name and I'm having trouble finding her.
What? I got you, bro.
Yeah, it's annoying. Apparently, Spreadie Gibbs on Instagram posted, "Gotta respect a hoe that eat ass. You got it out the mud, bitch," with a shit emoji.
I mean,
and then he said, "I prefer jelly, bitch."
What?
Y'all remember that?
No.
The homo thug video? I never seen that with the bro, gay dude in jail talking about how.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was like, some people
I want you
lick ass with the
I'm
syrup.
the booty warrior.
I prefer jelly. Yeah,
the booty warrior.
No, I'm thinking of it. This is a different dude. This was a dude. This shit was fucked up. He was all like, he would fuck around with dudes and like he fucked around with this one dude in jail. He sucked his dick in a closet, and he owed him money. So
this is a wild way to end.
He owed him money, but he went to suck his dick in the closet, started sucking his dick, and stabbed him. And homie couldn't tell nobody because he didn't want nobody to know he was getting his dick sucked.
Oh, so part of this whole shit, the thing that's happening, that whole shit with him and Benny the Butcher over in Buffalo, where they jumped Freddie.
Oh.
You remember that whole thing?
Yes.
There's a whole video of her like fighting off like these dudes that are attacking him, and he runs off the camera, and she's like left by herself with all these dudes around her, and I'm like, it's a little embarrassing. And then on top of that, she exposes him a little deeper and says, for some reason I've been paying his phone bill, and she's still paying his phone bill somehow.
Wait the fuck a minute.
Yeah, that
bro.
I did see. Basically, the story with that is she was like, hey, come on my phone plan because I have like, you know, the military discount because she used to be in the military, and you know, he kind of just never got off of it. Also, if you do the math, kind of, I mean, Freddie Gibbs is probably not like broke, but like he's probably in a lot of debt if you think about it. He doesn't really play shows that often. That's like how rappers make their money. You know, he doesn't have like a lot of writing credits for anything else, so it's like I kind of believe that Freddie Gibbs might be broke. I mean, also he's running from child support right now, so I mean, it kind of maybe Freddie Gibbs does not have as much money as it seems.
The math is mathing, as they say. It has been an interesting episode. We end on that note. Spreadie Gibbs is out there enjoying himself.
And that's the title, honestly.
Yeah, really. Spreadie Gibbs. I don't think there's anything else I should be doing. Should I? YouTube might like take us down if I do something crazy, but I'm gonna figure something out. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get clever. 10-inch Pete is not gonna rest by itself as the greatest title ever. Spreadie Gibbs.
I mean,
love it.
Says
But
he's
anyway,
only worth around $5 million, and he's probably got a $2 million house. So that's fucking. And he's probably. I mean, he's got a lot of. Yeah, he's probably. And he's from Gary, Indiana. You know he has no financial literacy.
He went to Dinosaur Barbecue and like the out in the open. She like said this like logically. She's like, why would she's like knowing you got like beef like for real, like somebody who's like telling you I'm gonna attack you. You go to Buffalo out in the open. He's like, so like we could have ordered Uber Eats. We could have like had DoorDash. We could have done anything else, but you exposed yourself and you got jumped and your chain snapped and then you left your girl behind. So anyway, Spreadie Gibbs it is. We drop episodes every Thursday. Remember that. We love you. Drop more comments in the video because I really do enjoy actually like talking about it and just looking at you and talking to you because it makes me feel good. Helps me out. Sasha, you take it away. I got nothing else.
And follow me at thin.cruel.lips on TikTok and Instagram, and at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod on Facebook. What if I just start us a LinkedIn?
Let's do it, boys.
That'd be crazy if my job found this.
Yo, her tweets are crazy. She's saying Freddie had me measuring the windows to get blinds he never bought. Damn.
Yikes.
I'm just saying, it's just weird though. I just feel like if you're gonna have a nigga's baby, why drag him through the mud as if like he's gonna go to high school and his friends are gonna bring this up.
I don't think she cares about him at all because she is probably coming home with quite a bit more than Freddie Gibbs is probably coming up with. I mean, like literally, like OnlyFans girls are up, bro. Like they are way up.
Fucking Kazumi $150,000 a month, easy.
Kazumi was saying that she had $250 a month.
She also said they're a very small majority, you know, and that it is a lot of work. She did say that.
They don't do it for free. I mean, like they're literally working their ass off, but like in every sense of the way, podcasting, you know, jumping on, you know, interviews and doing video shoots and collaborations, editing, all that shit is actual work. Like there's like the nice part might be that they enjoy something, but like for the most part, it's just work, bro. But yeah, take it away.
I don't think it's, I mean, this is a whole other conversation.
And follow me at Saint Thrilla on Instagram and TikTok. And that's it, because I don't fuck with the other socials.
I feel you. Well, it's been the National Meat Treasure. Bye-bye, Spreadie Gibbs.
Man, I'm on this 303 baby timing, man. Hey, yo, Thriller, man, what we doing, gang?
Hunters coming and make sure that paper going going all around. I ain't trying to hit